This is NewsBreak 26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. The town of St. George wrapped up its annual summer celebration and family fun days with an action-packed weekend of events starting with the Little People's Parade, which featured some of the town's youngest residents embodying this year's theme, Summer Fun. The 7th annual and highly anticipated St. George Soapbox Derby took place directly following the parade. Two classes of age groups faced off, the 6 and 9s and 10 to 14s, with competitors racing down the famously hilly Lateef Road in homemade cars. The weekend offered something for everyone, regardless of age, from outdoor markets, artistic performances, and food vendors to bouncy castles and a foam machine near the splash pad. That was a hit in part due to the over 30 degrees Celsius temperatures.
Since COVID, this is the first year that we've had something every day from July the 18th till tomorrow the 24th. This is our last year's incorporated town due to the amalgamation. So the mayor and council and the staff of the St. George Public Works and office are trying to give back to the people of St. George a little something to say goodbye. We hoped you liked this, and now I'm getting emotional.
One of the highlights of the festival was the Saturday night fireworks showcase. Spectators from across New Brunswick and beyond descended on St. George to watch what was marketed as the second biggest fireworks display in all of Atlantic Canada, sponsored by Cook's Aquaculture. Just a short ferry ride from St. George on Deer Island, there's also big reason to celebrate. For more on this, here's CHCO's Curran.
The International Sculpture Symposium Sculpture St. John is celebrating its 10th anniversary and kicking off on August 11th. Of 8 international artists chosen to create a public installation for this year's symposium, St. John-based artist Jim Boyd was chosen to make a sculpture that will be displayed on Deer Island. Once created, Jim Boyd's sculpture will be placed just before the ferry terminal.
Well, it's an honor. It's really neat. I know Deer Island's a small community, an island community, and they had to raise, I think they raised $16,000. I think the commitment is $15,000 for the sculpture, and they have to spend a little extra money for the foundation for the sculpture. So it's really great that a community this size raised that much money. And it's, some of the larger communities might have more corporate sponsors, but this is like a lot of people contributing. So I think the community has a connection with the sculpture, and they'll have like a feeling of ownership for the sculpture. So it's quite an honor that people are behind this event and behind supporting the actual getting a sculpture.
With many other sculptures across Charlotte County, including St. George, this piece will make a great addition to the community of Deer Island. Make sure to catch Jim at the St. John Sculpture Symposium to see the building of this sculpture firsthand. Curran, CHCO, Newsbreak 26, Deer Island.
Thanks, Ian. Finally, the federal government is investing $447 million to further protect and restore coastal ecosystems across Canada. Federal Minister of Transport Omar Alghabra and St. John Rossay MP Wayne Long made the announcement at the Port of St. John on Monday. The investment is part of the next phase of Canada's Oceans Protection Plan, which first began in 2016 with a $1.5 billion investment towards protecting marine life and Canadian coastlines.
By renewing and expanding the Oceans Protection Plan, we get to build on our progress over the past 6 years and increase protections for our ecosystems.
Part of the most recent investment will go towards introducing a ban on the use and transport of heavy fuel oil in the Canadian Arctic and preventing and mitigating the damage done by aquatic invasive species in Canadian marine habitats. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.